purposes.
Yes, sir.
This meeting is being recorded.
All right, you got it. The man, the myth, the legend, Big David. What's up, big dog?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Man,
Nothing up.
I can't complain, man. Where are you calling me from today?
I'm calling you from Florida.
Florida. Man, we take our family vacations there every year.
Hell yeah, man. It's so nice down here. 15 minutes from the beach.
Are you born and raised there?
No, I'm from Massachusetts.
Oh, okay, cool. So what brought you to Florida?
Grandparents.
Okay, very cool, man. So I was doing a little bit of research on you, man. It looks like you are a research marketer for a seafood distributor. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Cool. What does that entail? Kind of give me a rundown of that.
I do a lot of prospecting, a lot of spreadsheets, data entry, Zoho, stuff like that.
Okay, cool. How long you been doing that?
Upwards of a year and a half.
Cool. All right. So you're doing that. Is this something you like, something you love, or are you trying to get out of that thing?
I like it. Well, I'm still pretty young myself, so it's just a job that I've been planning on to keep until I graduate college. But if this has the potential of making me enough money to quit that job, more the better, right?
100%. Are you in school right now?
I am.
What are you going to school for?
Or I'm not in college yet. I'm still in high school.
Okay, cool. What year are you going to be?
I'm going to be a senior.
Senior. All right. So let's get you some bread, my man. Cool. So you've been at your job now. Is your seafood thing is that full time or is that something you just do in the summer? What does that look like?
I do it part-time throughout the year. I do 20 hours a week. So, relatively average part-time job,
Yeah, 100%. So what's got us going to the online fitness realm? What's appealing?
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
What's appealing about the online fitness coaching for you?
How flexible it is and how it gives me the freedom to travel, and just work from anywhere, to be honest.
Flexible travel. Awesome. All right. So how soon are we looking to make this thing happen for you?
What do you mean?
As far as how soon would you like to start your online coaching business?
Honestly, if I could start tomorrow, I would.
All right.
I'm ready to hit the ground running, man.
Cool. Now you mentioned, so you're a senior. What are you 17, 18? What does that look like for you?
I turned 17 about a month ago.
17. Cool. All right. Now, as far as our overall goal, it looked like you were trying to eventually own a gym one day and you're looking for about 5 clients. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So you wanted 5 clients before October, though. That was the main guideline. Is that right?
Yes, sir. That is the goal.
Okay, cool. So industry averages for online training on the very low end is going to be $250 a month, all the way up to $500 per month for services. Okay. Mm-hmm. So let's just say you were charging right around, I don't know, $300 just to get going. Okay. And let's just say you had 15 clients. So $300 times 15 clients, that would get you $4,500 per month right there. Okay. Mm-hmm. What's our overall goal? What are you trying to get?
If I could start making $5,000 a month before December, that would be phenomenal.
5K before December. Cool. Let's talk about that. So 300, let's say, times 20. Yep. So if you had 20 clients, that each of that 6K. Mm-hmm. So let's just go for just above that, man. Let's shoot for big.
Always shoot higher, right?
Yeah, 100%. Now, I'm showing you the averages, obviously, depending on who you're going to be marketing to. I'm assuming you're probably going to be marketing some of the people that are right around your age group. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's slightly a little bit older. So a lot of those individuals, based on, unless you're just going to start working with general population, those type of individuals aren't going to be able to afford a larger high ticket offers until you start kind of, being more specific toward a general population or a more specific issue. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I'm just going based off of if you were to charge it. You can always charge more than that, right? But I'm giving you just kind of an idea, a rough estimate. So what's our biggest challenge to get this thing rolling?
I think that it's credibility and lead generation and just how to acquire the client, because I have the knowledge behind it. I like to do my research because I love it myself and I love working out. So I have the knowledge behind it. I make my own workouts. So if I could just know how to close somebody and how to find those type of clients, I feel like that would take me levels beyond where I want to go.
Awesome. I love this. Cool. So outside of that, what have we tried? It looks like you tried doing some DMing and some posting. Anything else that you've tried?
I do a few cold emails, depending on who it is, but mainly just Instagram DMs. I have like a script, and just trying to do that. But other than that, not much.
Cool. Do you have any current clients that you're working with?
I'm training 7 of my friends, but they're all non-paying because I wanted to just get before and after pictures so I could build a little bit of credibility. So I am training 7 people, but I don't have any cash flow.
Okay, cool. No worries about that. As far as the certification aspect, if you're looking to be more of an online trainer, we actually offer that at no additional charge. That'll be equal parts fitness, equal parts nutrition. There'll be a test at the end of it, 77 questions long. Got to get an 80% or better. It's open book. It's not timed. Once you pass it, you'll get an email sent directly to you, and then you'll be certified as an online fitness coach. Cool.
Yes, sir.
The reason I'm telling you that is that'll provide you a little bit more credibility. You'll feel a little bit more qualified to provide recommendations for, their nutrition programs, workouts. We also offer done for you programming as well, which saves you hours of time. Cool.
Yes, sir.
All right. What do you feel like you would need from a business coach or a mentor? Are we looking for someone that's direct, someone that has a step-by-step game plan? What is it that you need?
Honestly, a salesperson, to be honest. I just need somebody to teach me how to sell somebody. Show me how to close somebody. Tell me how to just get somebody really excited about it,
100%. We actually, funny you mentioned that, because we also offer an optional, or not optional, you'll be introduced to a sales coach as well outside of your own one-on-one coach. And this would be an individual. Once we're averaging about 2 to 3 Zoom calls per week and we've completed all the sales modules, we're going to introduce you to a sales coach. That's going to be someone who's going to teach you the psychology behind sales, how to maximize your overall return of investment, how to close down those clips at a 40 or those calls at a 40% clip or greater. Cool.
Yes, sir.
All right. How do you want your life to look different in the next 4 to 6 months than where you're currently at?
If I could just build a more platform across social media, if I could just invest more money, I think I live a very good life right now, but I just want to just continuously improve because I know this isn't sustainable forever. So I want to start looking into my options for my future.
Cool. So you want to be able to invest. I like that. Cool. I'm going to do a quick recap and then I'll probably answer a couple other questions and then we'll dive in. Cool.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you are based out in Florida right now. You're a full-time student. You're about to be a senior next year, 17 years old, working part-time as a research marketer for a seafood distributor. You're on the call today because we're looking for some flexibility. You want to travel, you want some freedom. You want to create massive impact for individuals. You're really passionate about health and fitness. Our overall goal down the road is to open up your own gym. You want to get 5 clients before October, but we want to hit 5K before December. So our natural goal is to hit at least 6K or more. Challenge right now is really lead generation, sales skills, and credibility. The thing that we've tried is DMing, cold emails, tried a couple different scripts, and we've been training your buddies on the side for free just to kind of build some testimonials. What you need is some clarification on really how to lock down those leads, some resource to amplify your sales skills and make you more efficient. And then the next 4 to 6 months, we're looking at building a solid foundation with our platforms. We want to be able to invest, pay off debts, do the things that we want to do on our own terms. Is that about right?
Man, you're on it. Taking some good notes, right?
I better, man. Otherwise, you're going to fire me. No, I'm playing, man. So kind of give me a rundown. So do you live with your grandma? Do you live with your parents? What does this look like for you? Like, what's your living situation?
I live with both my parents and then my 2 siblings.
Okay, both your parents. Okay, but your big grandparents is what drew you guys to Florida. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. They live about 20 minutes away from us.
Oh, dope. Okay, I like that. Cool. Do your parents know that you're on the call today?
They do not, but they know I've been trying to get into this online fitness thing for a while.
Okay, so are they pretty open and supportive with helping you out?
Oh yeah, 100%. They think the more that I can just research my options, they think the better,
Yeah, 100%. Cool. All right, let's dive in a little bit. Well, I'm going to start off, kind of show you on a high level what we have to offer. Then we'll actually deep dive in the modules. I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to get to your goals. Cool?
Yes, sir.
All right, let me know when you can see my screen.
I can see it right now.
Perfect. So as you know, we're the Next Level Coaching Academy. We're actually accredited through the Better Business Bureau. So we got a rating of an A. out of a possible A+, and we're backed by ACE, NASM, and ISSA, so 3 of the biggest certification companies in the world. On the success ladder, we're going to have 2 tiers. We're going to have 10K Accelerator. We're going to have mastery level coach. Now, 10K Accelerator is ideal for individuals such as yourself who's looking to create that online presence, even get certified. The information in this course can get us from 0 up to 10K per month in as little as 4 months if so desired. Now, mastery level is when we're hitting 10K on a consistent basis, and our focal point is to eventually get to that 100K a month. And that's where we're going to remove ourselves from the coaching aspect, become more of a CEO of our own business. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So we're really going to focus on just building our foundations first. 10K Accelerator is really broken down into 4 phases. The first thing we want to do is get you some paying clients. Okay. Then we'll teach you to establish a solid business foundation. We'll generate leads organically to maximize your overall reach, and we'll develop sales and client retention strategies to help you reach, sustain, and surpass 10K per month. Cool.
Yes,
On the support side of things, it's going to be second to none. You're going to have an assigned one-on-one coach. This individual's completed 10K and mastery level, so they have a 6 or 7 figure business of their own, built out the information in this course. You'll have a customized game plan to call that individual to review, where you're at and where you want to be, the most efficient way to get there. Every 2 weeks, you'll have one-on-one coaching calls to revisit the game plan, make changes, receive feedback, and then get very specific instructions. Now, the sales coach is going to happen when you're averaging about 2 to 3 Zoom calls per week. You complete the sales modules. That's when we'll introduce you to your sales coach. That's going to be someone that'll help you take your sales to another level. The bi-weekly roster group coaching calls, 5 times weekly group support calls that accommodate a current 9 to 5. So this would go over client objection handling, client delivery, mindset issues, marketing, lead generation, even case studies as well.
I do have a question about that. Like, how would it work in like a group call? Like, would it be with other students in this program, with one teacher, or like, how does like the group call look?
Yeah, so it'd be like one individual going over something specific, and then you guys would all be on like your phones or computers, and you'd be able to chime in and things of that nature.
All right.
Cool. As
Yes,
far
sir.
as your one-on-one calls, so that would be strictly between you and your coach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. 24/5 tech support. So outside of the game planning calls and all those meetings, you'll have access to your coach 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. So you can text them as many questions as you'd like. They're contractually obligated to answer each and every one of those questions. Okay. Becoming a fitness entrepreneur is exciting, it's awesome, but it does get overwhelming sometimes. So we created what we call the Zenpreneur method. We help with weekly mindset calls, breath work, meditation sessions, even journaling to ensure you're in a good spot. As far as the resources, you'll have the course curriculum, you'll have the Zenpreneur method. As mentioned earlier, we'll even give you done-for-you programming. We'll also give you agency outsourcing options when you're ready to make specific changes or enhancements to your program. And we offer that optional certification at no additional charge, as mentioned earlier. Any questions on that?
No, sir.
All right, cool. Here's the secret sauce to get you from 0 to 10K. 4 phases. Act first. We're going to launch our business. We're going to announce to the world who we are and what we're about. We're going to make you utilize very specific strategies to get your first couple clients right out the gate. Phase 2, we're going to set up all your backend systems, make sure you're a fully legalized company, and we're going to define what problem you solve for individuals. Based upon that, we'll create our offer and pricing. Okay, so the first 2 phases will take about a month to month and a half. The remaining of the time will be in phase 3 and phase 4. So phase 3, we're going to develop organic marketing strategies to help you amplify your overall reach. We'll teach you community lead generation methods using WhatsApp group, and we'll also teach you basic sales funnel creation to close down deals more efficiently. Phase 4 is like the fine tuning of everything. We're going to maximize your sales skills, create consistent client delivery systems, but emphasize customer support and client retention to keep people happy for longer periods of time. Any questions on that?
No, sir.
Cool. How are we feeling so far?
I'm feeling actually pretty good. This is like, I've done a few of these calls, and most of the time it's just somebody telling me that they have like nothing to support me with, and it's just they give me an app. So I'm liking this a little better. So good job so far.
I'm glad to hear it. Cool, man. Now, this is the actual program itself. There'll be 32 total modules. Each module is going to have an overview link. It'll also be associated with videos. The link in the videos are tutorial style, so it'll go step by step on how to execute these things, okay? So the first step to become a full-time coach, we talked about strategies, okay? We're going to have 1 of 3 different strategies that you can implement. The cool thing is the resources we provide for you, the majority of them are already done for you, so it saves you more time. You're more efficient. The 10K Accelerator Directory, I want you to view this as onboarding material that'll help you become a better student. It really shows you how to maximize the program to its fullest capabilities. The success roadmap is going to be broken down into 2 phases. What do we need to do to get from 0 to 5K? Then what do we need to do to get to 5 to 10K? So again, step by step, very clear expectations. Now, based upon your goals, we want to implement daily and evening routines. We also understand that fear of failure, anxiety, imposter syndrome are all natural, normal feelings, but how can we move past this to move forward with our business? We've also identified the top 10 struggles you'll face as a fitness entrepreneur, but we've provided solutions to each and every one of these. Then we're going to move into administration systems and ChatGPT. Have you utilized ChatGPT yet?
Yes, that is where my Instagram script came from.
Very cool. So we're going to show you again how to maximize that for program design, programming variables, nutrition, even how to create content ideas as well. We'll show you how to utilize Waiver, Stripe for payments, DocuSign for client agreements, Typeform and Calendly to book calls, and we even have applications you can utilize to load up all of your programming, all of your nutrition into one spot for your clients to make it more convenient for them. Financial systems, we're going to show you how to set up an LLC, get your employment identification number, when to open up a business bank account, how to track what's coming in and out of your business, how to pay quarterly taxes, how to pay yourself, examples of business write-offs, business liability insurance, all of your business legalities will be covered here. Cool thing about this is if you're to file your LLC the traditional way, it takes roughly 2 to 3 weeks. We're partnered with an AI company. It takes 2 to 3 minutes, so a fraction of the time, and it can be all set up. Cool. Target setting, we're going to create your 3-year vision, your 1-year vision, your 3-month vision. We're going to deep dive into your specific goals. And then from there, we're going to figure out what problem you solve for individuals. Based upon that, we'll create our offer and pricing. This is going to be a more do it for you, do it with you, or do it yourself program. The more that you do for individuals, the higher the ticket offer, which is established upon the overall length of terms. So we'll help with the overall structure of your pricing. Any questions on that so far?
No, I do not.
Cool, man. Moving on, we're going to talk about organic marketing. So we're going to show you how to do 1 hour's worth of work and get 14 different pieces of content created out of that 1 hour by utilizing some AI software. So it's all about efficiency and convenience. Then we're going to show you how to maximize your overall reach by setting up podcasts and YouTube. We want people to understand who you are and what you're about. And then we'll show you how to market for all things Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok related. So it's more than just randomly posting, very specific strategies and resources on each platform to maximize its overall value. Take it even all the way down to the hashtag use, how to do reels, call to actions, page aesthetics, the whole 9. We'll even show you how to do that as well for TikTok as well. From there, we're going to move into content creation made easy. We're going to introduce you to Canva Basic, Canva Pro, and Microsoft Designer. These are just really cool editing features to make your page more aesthetically pleasing, more organized, entice people to come visit your page. Then the 10K lead generation framework. There's a few different ways we do this. The first of which is what we call earned media. I want you to think of this as people raising their hand trying to reach out to you first. So we'll give you resources and strategies to incentivize them to want to reach out and see what you got going on. The opposite of that is what we call conversation and calls, which is like outbound marketing or you reaching out to individuals first. We'll give you specific scripts. We'll give you conversation and call examples. But more importantly, we're actually going to show you where to find all these leads on all 3 platforms, how to build and nurture these relationships and have more intimate one-on-one conversations. Now, done correctly through our WhatsApp group, we'll have these individuals talking to individuals that you're already servicing. So by the time they get on that sales call, they have a better understanding of who you are and what you're about. It's much more warmer lead. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Referral strategy, the easiest way to grow your business, friends, families, coworkers, ex-clients, talking about how amazing you are. We're going to show you resources and strategies to incentivize people to bring you more referrals without actually having to ask. And then if you're going to be any type of entrepreneur, you got to be good at sales, man. So we're going to show you how to maximize your sales capabilities, set up 2 types of phone calls. The first is a meet and greet. It's a 10-minute screening call, trying to figure out if you really want to work with that individual and if you can actually solve their problems, which will lead us into our closing call. This is when you're trying to lock down that lead, turn them into an actual client. We'll give you specific scripts. We'll give you our entire objection handling web. We'll teach you how to create downsells and discounts. This will be massive for you, man, creating financing options for people who normally couldn't afford your program, and then how to lock them down once and for all. Once we lock them down, we want to go back and we want to track all this. We want to track how many calls were booked, how many showed, how many closed, and at what length of term. So we'll give you our resources behind this to track it more efficiently. Objection handling is going to be all the excuses people give to you on the online space. We give you over 30 different examples of what you can expect to hear. So the more you can familiarize yourself with this, the easier it is to overcome those objections and get them to understand why it's so important to start your program. Client onboarding is probably the most overlooked area by most trainers. It's someone's first 30 days in your program. Standards, expectations are created here, making sure that we get them a resource in their hand within that first 24 to 48 hours, understanding how check-in processes work, how to run Google Sheets, how to make things more efficient. Client delivery is the fun stuff. This is the week-to-week process and how you deliver services, but we teach you how to do this more efficiently utilizing the newest software. And then no matter how good of a trainer you are or coach, this is going to happen. Someone's going to ghost you. Someone's going to quit. Someone's not going to listen. It's inevitable. But there's usually a reason behind it. Some of them want a larger community feel. They want to feel like they're a part of something greater. Some want more individualized touch points. Some want challenges. Some want gifts. We'll give you resources and strategies to get them to execute at a higher level on a more consistent basis. From there, we're going to move into customer support, the not so fun side of things. How do we deal with cancellations, refund requests, pause requests? How do we track it? How do we mitigate it for the upcoming months? And then lastly, we're going to move into client retention. How do we keep people happy for long periods of time and advance into higher levels of our programming? We'll teach you how to track it, and we'll teach you how to do all that. Any questions so far?
I have a question about you, actually.
Yeah.
Were you in this program before you became like somebody who does like these type of calls?
Yes.
How did you enjoy it?
I did. So I've been with the company for now over a year and a half. So when I went through it, it wasn't 10K Accelerator, because back then we didn't have ChatGPT, we didn't have AI technology. It was called apprenticeship program, and it was about a 4-month program. So I really enjoyed it. But now the cool thing about these programs is anytime something new, such as like a new software is added in, or like the latest trend, like a ChatGPT, they're always upgrading the program, which is really cool. So a lot of the things that you have access to, I did. But as far as the premise of the course, it breaks it down step by step for you. It was a game changer for me. I was actually a master level trainer for over 15 years. I was training in person. I had over 40 clients in person. I was training 2 to 3 times a week. I was charging $150 a session for my sessions. And then my wife and kids wanted me home more. So that's why I came to NLCA, is to figure out how I could transition to the online space. So I'd say after about 4.5 months of me being in the program, that's when I was like averaging about 12 to 15K a month. And that's when I could completely remove myself from the in-person.
What was the biggest part of the program that you utilized?
The community, the one-on-one support. So like your one-on-one coach, I was texting my coach questions I already knew the answers to, because I'm just that guy that wants to be able to check shit off, right? I was also utilizing the private Facebook group, which I think not enough people are. So the premise behind that is if I had a question that my coach couldn't answer on the weekends, I would take it to the private Facebook group, and I'd get like different coaches, different students answering that question and seeing different perspectives. So I always got to see and learn new things from people that were further along in the course than I was. And more importantly, I got to network with individuals. So if I was having those anxiety or that doubt, like, shit, did I make the right decision? I constantly got reminded that I did by going to that group, and like other people were going through the same similar stuff that I was, right? What other questions you got for me?
Hey, you answered my 2 big ones, so.
Yeah, dude, this has actually got more touch points. I wish back then they had the sales coach. That's a complete game changer. If you've been on multiple calls, usually if you probably already noticed by now, those programs are really good at 1 or 2 things, not the whole gambit, right? So they might be good at either advertising, maybe they're just really good at marketing. What's good at advertising or marketing if you're not good at sales? And if you're not good at sales, you don't have your back-end system set up, those are problems, right? So we kind of have everything all encompassed. But most places, no matter if it's a full-fledged company like this or not, they don't also offer sales coaching, which is a game changer, right? So you having that sales coach along with your one-on-one coach, along with the group support calls, crazy. So the ones that are very successful, the people that are successful, that are absolutely crushing it, they got the 3 C's. They're committed, they're coachable, they're consistent. Coachable means they show up to all the game planning calls. They don't get their feelings hurt if the coach says, hey, you need to adjust to do this differently because it's not working. Consistent means they're doing the things day in and day out, no matter how they feel. It's kind of like the weight room, right? There's going to be days where you're like, I don't feel like going, but you go anyways because it's part of your routine. Now, the ones that are killing it are doing the things they don't want to do with the same passion and energy toward the things that they love to do, if that makes sense.
Yes, sir.
And then other thing too, committed. There's a difference between interested and committed. Interested means I'll get around to it. Committed means fuck that. I know exactly where I see myself. I'm going to do this no matter how I feel. They take action based upon where they see themselves, not on their current circumstance. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Cool. What other questions you got for me?
With like the sales coach and like the sales scripts, how do you go about like doing those? Because I know scripts, you have to like make them your own, but how do like the scripts show you how to close? I don't know if that question necessarily makes sense, but
Yeah, it does. So the scripts are going to be based upon your tonality, right? So as you meet with your own sales coach, you're not going to have the same script as, say, for instance, me, right? It's going to go based upon really what you're offering, the different services that you're providing. And then from there, they're going to give you kind of a generalized idea of what to say. But then as you get more comfortable, it starts flowing natural and doesn't feel at all like a script at all, if that makes sense, right? So it's really going to help you overcome individuals' objectives or objections. It's going to help you like really resonate with their overall pain points. So an example, I service men that are 35 to 50 years old that are high-level executives. So I got to speak completely different than what I would to maybe a young athlete, right? Because the pain points are different. So think of the issues that a 35-year-old man or 50-year-old man have that are high-level executives. Usually they're always in the office. They're not around their family. They're not around their wives. So their wives start to resent them. Their kids don't know them. Those are big problems for men, right? And if you're not around your wife, there's no intimacy. So men are powered off of money, power, and sex, right? You take one of those things away, we've got problems. So I show men how to optimize their overall performance in the boardroom and within their family. So I show them different habits, different areas of health and fitness to where I can get them to be high-level achievers on those other aspects that they've neglected. So I'm speaking to their specific pain points. So my script is going to be talking specifically to those areas that they're struggling with, right? If you can solve someone's pain point, they'll pay anything to make sure that problem goes away. Does that make sense?
yes, sir.
Cool. What other questions you got for me?
What main resources do you guys use to generate leads? Like what specific apps do you use or like ways?
So this is going to go back to this. So the first thing we're going to do to generate leads, we're going to do is going to let people know who you are and what you're about, right? That's going to be the first thing, okay? And then let me go back. Back again. Okay. And then the lead generation framework is where we're going to show you how to do all this. So the different specific ways, earned media. So we're going to get people funneled in through our WhatsApp group. We're going to get people that are wanting to reach out. We're going to have them, like, say, for instance, if you were interested in my program, I'd be like, hey, Dave, really love the fact that we reached out. In the meantime, I'm going to add you to this free group, gives you an opportunity to, like, talk with other individuals, ask questions. It's free. People like free. It also gives you context on who I am, what I'm about. But then I give you specific strategies as well once I get you filtered in here. So cross-pollination, example of that, maybe I'm partnered with another coach and my viewers get to see who they are and vice versa. So I'm generating more leads, more people know who I am, they know what I'm about. Free resources, click here for your, leave your email or flex emoji if you want a 5-day workout program, right? That's an easy way to get people to type in their information. I email them out, but now I have their information I can follow up on. So say, for instance, you clicked on my 5-day free program. I might follow up in 2 weeks like, hey, man, really appreciate it. Did you get your program? Yeah, I got it. Awesome. What'd you think of it so far? I love it. And then now I'm actually able to have conversations with you because now you're like, oh, he's giving me free resources. I actually like what he provides. I probably want to figure out if he's got any more programs or resources for me. Another example that's a huge one, my favorite, scholarship strategy. Gets a ton of people in the door, gets them excited. You're basically announcing that you're going to be running a free scholarship strategy. Or a free scholarship, whoever wins gets maybe a month or 2 free of coaching. So all these people apply, and then you pick a winner. The ones that don't win, you go back in and say you don't win. I say, hey, Dave, really appreciate you applying. Unfortunately, you didn't win. However, since you did take the time to apply, I am giving away my coaching at a discounted rate of blah, 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 blah. And it gets you excited and back in the door. Now you're like, oh, I get it. I get to join his program at a discounted rate. Easy way to get a shit ton of people in the door, right?
Yes, sir.
That's going to be a huge one. And then, as I said, example of this, conversation to calls, this is going to be major. A lot of people, I don't think, utilize this as far as they're only thinking DMing. I want you to think of your local network, your local community, okay? I'm really well known in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm partnered with a local supplement company. I have all of my clients on specific supplementation based upon their goals. that supplement company gives me 30 referrals a month because I support their business. So anyone walking into a supplement store clearly has some goals that they want to achieve, right? So those people are referring them to me. So it's easy for me to close down over half those calls. Another example, my wife's in healthcare. Some of the most unhealthiest people are in healthcare. So I'll go do free 20 to 30 minute seminars. I'll get 15 referrals off of that. I'll go talk to, I'll go to soccer centers or YMCAs, give out free supplementation advice or nutrition advice. I get a ton of referrals off of that. So I'm always thinking outside the box. Does that make sense so far?
Yes.
Cool. And then again, we're actually going to show you again how to utilize all those platforms, where to find the leads, how to nurture those relationships, how to engage with them, how to have meaningful conversations and not come across like you're trying to get inside their pockets.
Are all of these videos, or do you read them like on Google Docs?
Oh, great question. You know what? I meant to show you that. Great question, my man. Let's go into something that like a lot of people would probably struggle with. So say, for instance, you're setting up your back-end administration systems. Over here, each module or each module have an overview link. You'll click on one of these overview links. You'll click here, and this will literally tell you written format exactly how to do all this. Now, when you click into this, it'll naturally save to your Google Docs, so you'll always have it. So look at that. Super easy. If you can follow directions, it's almost like having an open book test. If your teacher was like, "Hey, David, it's an open book test today," it's like having the answers highlighted and circled in red for you. It's that simple.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you were a visual learner like me, I like to read then watch the video because that makes more sense. So say, for instance, you're setting up wave for payments.
So you have both. So you can go either way if you want to.
Yep.
That is something that's very nice.
So when I went through it, I had two screens up. So one, while he was talking about it, I was clicking and doing it at the same time. That's how I was doing it, man. I'm old school. So I've always been like with a notebook and a pen type of guy. So like, you know, technology is not my strongest suit. This is how easy it was for me to follow along.
Hell yeah. Good for you, man. Hell yeah.
Cool. The program itself, man, is going to be 4 months long. You're going to have your customized game planning call. You're going to have a one-on-one coach. You'll have your one-on-one coaching calls every 2 weeks. You'll have the Facebook community and CEO trainings, 5 times a week of group support calls, 24/5 tech support, done for you programming, and optional certification in the business course curriculum. Anything you feel like we're missing?
Nothing that I can think of off the top of my head.
Cool. Did you get a chance to check out any testimonials?
Are you talking about like the videos that you sent me?
Yeah.
I watched the one that kind of broke down the sales call and like what you were going to be explaining. Was there another one that I was supposed to watch? I know when I was DMing the guy who set this up, he sent me a link about, sorry, I'm blanking, a Google Doc about this, but other than that, no.
No worries, man. I'm just going to show you a couple testimonials, okay? So this is Karina. Karina was making about $2K per month. Her goal wasn't to have a massive, coaching business. She just wanted to travel, spend more time with her kiddos, okay? Her first tattoo indicates when she started in LCA. Bottom tattoo indicates when she quit her job. After 6 months, she was collecting 10 to 12K a month on a regular basis. Now she's hitting 15K a month. She works 35 hours per week, bro. It's crazy. Okay, now on the opposite spectrum, you've got Zach. Zach was an in-person trainer. Zach was making about 40 to 50K a year. He started in June 2021. He 15 times his income. He's now a 7-figure earner. So he's more of a CEO. He has a whole team underneath of him. Okay. So cool stat behind this, man. The average trainer will make around 40K a year. Okay, if you're an in-person trainer. The average student that goes through our course that's an online trainer makes over 77K on average. Massive difference. Any questions on that?
No.
Cool. I'm going to go over some averages with you. 73% of our students sign their client in month 1. On average, it takes people just 1 week to do it. So cool step behind this. The individuals that sign their client in month 1, by the end of month 4 are averaging over 8K per month. The individuals that don't sign their client in month 1, but by the end of month 4 are averaging over 6,500. So just to be a basic mediocre student, you can expect to make 6,500 to 8K at the end of 4 months, just doing the basic work, okay? That would easily get you to your goal of 6K, right? Which is still really good money, especially at 17, man. That's crazy.
Exactly.
Now, this is really cool. I know you mentioned like the goal was to quit your job eventually. People are quitting their jobs in an average of 10.6 weeks to go full-time with their online fitness business. So it happens very fast. We're talking just over about what, 3.5 weeks you could be quitting your job if you apply all this. And then other students who hit a 10K a month, it takes them just on average 13 weeks to do so. So just over 90 days, people are hitting that 10K a month on an average basis, which is insane. Then our students are grading the program a 4.6 out of 5 on average, which means they're getting massive results for their respectful businesses. Any questions on that?
No.
Cool. Did you get a chance to hear about the 3 times your investment guarantee?
Yes, there is some requirements though. No late payments.
Yeah, I'll go over that. Yeah, so just some context behind it. You did your homework. I love it, man. So you got to attend your game planning call, which is pretty standard. Attend all of your one-on-one coaching calls, which is only 2 per month. 1 group support call each week. Charge at least the bare minimum suggested price of $250 or more for services. Don't spend longer than 2 weeks on your optional certification. Run a scholarship program within your first 90 days and have no late payments. You do all that, show up and do the work of what's expected. We guarantee you will 3 times the amount you invest in or you get 100% refund. Year to date, we've helped almost over 3,000 students. We've only had to return 1.6%. Does that give you a little bit more confidence?
Those are incredible numbers.
Does that give you some more confidence?
A little bit.
Cool. Now you said a little bit. What areas that do you feel like you're not confident in?
Really my age and my credibility. I'm on the younger side, and I know how hard it is for like some of the older guys, because honestly, I don't really want to be working with people my age as much as I do want a little, maybe 5 to 8 years older. Yeah. And I don't know how I would get them to respect my knowledge, because, you know, when people talk to me and I'm doing my exercises, they don't seem to think that I'm qualified enough to be helping them, if you're getting the gist of what I'm saying.
Yeah, 100%. So cool little thing about this. I'm going to take you back to my old days, right? So when I went to college, I had a couple buddies who were your age that were seniors. They decided to not go to college, okay? By the time they were 21, 22, and I was getting out of college, they had 6-figure businesses, and there was really no online coaching back then. They were just, they got comfortable. They were training like friends. They were training like their friends' moms or parents, things of that nature. But more importantly, they understood like how to resonate with those individuals. So it's not about your age. It's about, you know, really understanding how educated you are by providing like that value, showing them like different angles on how you're going to help them reach their goals. People really don't give a shit about the age if you can solve their problem. So if you're going to explain to them on calls, hey, this is what I have available for you, and this is how this is going to be different versus the 60 other trainers, you know, that you see at gyms, they're going to resonate with that. I actually was a corporate fitness manager for over 2.5 years. I'm not sure if they have it down there, but it used to be called 24-Hour Fitness. It's now Genesis Healthcare, Genesis Health Clubs out in the Midwest. But there was over 57 clubs in the Midwest. And I was the top producer in 2.5 years. It wasn't because I was just great at my job, right? It was also because I had a passion for this. My responsibility was to hire on other trainers. I was bringing on younger guys who were hungry to understand the value behind selling. So that sales coach is going to help you provide more value. Having that one-on-one coach is going to help you create that specialized offer and that unique angle that you provide that's different than any other 17 to 22-year-old, right? And then even if you're doing maybe hybrid, where you're doing some in-person and online, maybe providing, you know, like maybe a 20 to 30 minute consultation and just kind of wow them through stuff that you know they won't be able to execute, right? But you're giving them some value. So I used to like go, when I was in person, I used to go after like the best in shape looking person. Why did I do that? Because those guys would be like, I don't need your service. I was like, cool, man, just give me 20 minutes. It's free. Worst case scenario, you get a free little workout. I used to blast them with stuff I knew they could do, because if they were advanced level, I was giving them advanced level stuff that I knew they couldn't do, like core stuff, right? Now, the cool thing behind this is those general population clients were watching this person who's advanced in our gym get broke off. So they're like, oh man, if he's getting broke off, I definitely need help, right? So it was an easy way for me to market myself. And it was an easy way to show off my knowledge and my advanced techniques that no one else was doing. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So if you get certified through us, that's going to help because one, you'll be able to provide maybe nutritional protocols. We can teach you how to do downsells, discounts if they can't afford a full-fledged programming. But then outside of that, we can market it to where you have maybe 8 or 6 week programs that you can sell as well, right? That's going to be a game changer for you. So really your age is actually a benefit because right now your age group is all over TikTok and Instagram,
That is
right?
very true.
So think about all the individuals that want training, want programming, but they don't feel like they have anyone that can resonate with their overall goals and needs, where you have that, right? Think about those guys on Instagram and TikTok that are younger influencers that are for young LA, that they get a ton of people, right? Writing into them, trying to get their programs because they're younger. They look like they've, done the due diligence to get themselves into really good shape and they're educated. And people look to them as leaders, right?
Exactly. And I can see where you're coming from exactly. And you telling me this is giving me a little more confidence because
Yeah.
with people my age around my area, they don't really have the greatest work ethic of all time. I go to a gym that's pretty popular, but I go in the morning, so I don't see them. But when I do go in the afternoons, I see them and I'm like, wow, I could really help that person. Or the trainers at the gym I go to, which is Crunch, I see them giving workouts to some of these older ladies, older guys, and I'm like, wow, I could be doing so much better. I could be giving them better stuff. So that's really a big thing. So thank you for telling me that.
Yeah, man, like we're in a different age group now. Like we're in a different time, right? Social media is taking over. It's a necessary evil right now. And right now, your age demographic, you're able to hit all 3 platforms. Where me, I don't use TikTok because 35 to 50-year-old high-level CEOs shouldn't probably be on TikTok. If they do, we've got problems, right? So I maximize my reach through Facebook and Instagram. You can utilize all 3 because you are able to service younger, middle-aged, and even older adults.
Exactly.
Yeah, makes sense?
Yes, sir.
All right, so next we're going to talk about is what's this thing going to cost us, the investment portion, okay? There'll be payment plans. There'll be a paid full option. A payment plan just means we put down a down payment. We spread the rest out over a certain amount of terms. Paid in full just means we pay the whole thing up front. We save a significant amount of money. Now, no matter where you're at financially, we do have we have extended payment plan options and we have financing options as well, okay? So if you feel like this is 100% what you need to get yourself to the next level and generate the type of goals and lifestyle that you want, I have something for you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Cool. How are we feeling about this so far? Are we feeling like we want to commit to something like this?
I'm a good 60 to 80% about this.
Cool. So what's got us to not to like at 60 to 80 is a big gap. Where are we not 100% sure at?
Me not knowing how much it costs yet.
So are you talking about that's the only thing holding you back?
It might be, to be honest.
Cool. Let's talk about this. We're going to talk about that. But also right now, since you're in high school, you're going to be able to maximize your time. So if you can dictate 10 to 20 hours per week, you're in a solid spot. If you can dictate 20 hours or more, you're in a dangerously great spot. Do you feel like you could at least do 10 to 20 hours per week?
I could do 30 if I wanted.
Let's go. Let's go. Cool. So again, financing, dude, if this is something outside of finances, if this is 100% in alignment with what you want, you're loving what you see, it checks off all your boxes, you feel like this is going to get you to your goals, I have something for you. Are we pretty confident now that it has everything that you're looking for?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Let's talk about this. How much is it going to cost? Dave, it's only $100,000 in your left kidney. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, man. There's a payment plan of $7,300, a paid in full option of $6,500 that saves you $800. Out of those 2, which do you think works best for you?
It would have to be a payment plan.
Yeah, that's what majority of individuals do. So let's talk about that. So are we looking at it as you utilizing your own money, or is mom and dad going to help?
It would be my own. Okay,
cool. So let's talk about down payments. So some people will do $2,000, $3,000 down, whatever. The more you put down, the less recurring amount, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you feel like in budget wise you would be able to put down?
Today or in the coming weeks?
Just for instance, give me both. What do you think you could put down today?
Today I could probably do 500, but in the next few weeks, probably 8 to 1,000.
Cool. So let's talk about this. Okay. I got something for that 500. Easy, get you in. Okay. What this is called SweetPay. It's a third-party financing company. What this allows us to do is take that 7,300 and spread it out over 12 months instead of 4. The cool thing is there's only 5% down. So 5% of 7,300 is 365 plus a one-time service activation fee of $59. Okay. Which means on a hypothetical today, it'd be 424 to get going. Okay. You wouldn't have another payment due until the end of August, which is about 6 weeks away. And then your monthly payment from there would be about 622, which is equivalent to you needing about 2 to 3 clients, pending what you're charging, which is really easy to get.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you can commit to that?
I would want to talk to my parents a little bit before I would commit today, but I could 100% see myself committing tomorrow or the next day.
Okay, cool.
But,
so go ahead.
Sorry. And I'm just letting you know the reason I would have to talk to my mom is she does have control of all of my finances.
Sure.
So she goes through everything. So I would need to, explain like what this is, how it would help me, and what my plan is for this in the future.
Yeah, 100%. We would need your parents on there anyways because of your age. From a legality standpoint, I would want to make sure that she's helping sign off on those contracts. Mm-hmm. And then anything that would be due would be between you and your mom, right? So exactly. If we move forward, she'd probably be the one overall signing off on the contract for you, okay? Mm-hmm. Just to make sure that we, on a legality side, where both sides are covered, okay?
Exactly, yes. And I completely 100% am with you on that.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you over a condensed version of the presentation. It's like my sales manager going through things a little bit faster. Mm-hmm. It's like a 10-minute presentation. So how you'd have this conversation is like, hey, mom, dad, I know you guys know that I've been kind of trying to get into this online space for a while. I actually found something that meets all of my problems, that provides me a chance to have more income and the ability to travel, do the things I'm really passionate about. And I want to share this with you. And then you show them together, all sitting down, and say, if you want to go over financing options, I can get on the call with them the next day or two. Mm-hmm. So it makes sense. I know there's a lot of stuff being thrown at you today.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that would help?
Yes, it would 100%. Sorry, I'm just grabbing my charger right now. My computer's about to stop.
Yeah.
But yes, that will 100% make me even more confident than I am right now.
Yeah, for sure. Is there a time where your parents would be open to jumping on?
I would need to talk to them about it. They both work, so it would have to be probably Thursday. So I would give them a little bit of time to just work around their schedule.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. I'm going to shoot you over the presentation. I'm going to send you a picture of the guarantees, all that stuff. I'm also going to send you over like 5 days of your first client mini course as well. Just a little something to look over. Okay. And then I want you to, I'll reach out to you here like probably the next day and see when me, your mom and dad can all jump on together and talk this through. So if they have any questions, I can answer their questions as well. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
Cool, man. Any questions for me so far?
I actually do. How many clients have you signed through this program? How many clients have you gotten?
Like for my own business?
Yes.
I'd have to look that up. Right now I'm averaging between 12 to 15K a month.
Congratulations.
So my goal was, so I do that. My wife's full-time in healthcare. And then I also do this position. So we have 3 streams of income coming in.
Hell yeah, man. Good for you. Very happy for you.
I'm excited for you, man, to be able to have the entrepreneurial mindset at 17, to really lock down and figure out what your passion is. I applaud you, because at 17, I wasn't thinking of anything like this shit. I was just out, kicking it, playing basketball, chasing girls. It sounds like you really are deliberate about your actions, which is going to lead you to a long-term success. And I think this is really exciting. And I think that if you do this now, you are going to see incredible growth within your first year. But more importantly, as you get more comfortable, as you hit 18, 19, your business is going to thrive, dude. Like, it's going to be insane.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Do you know who would be my one-on-one coach, or would that just be down the line where I would find out? I know that's a little bit of a weird question.
No, not at all, man. So I would be matching you with someone based upon your needs, right? Anybody that you get matched with has a 6 or 7 figure business. In order for them to even be able to coach you, they had to go through both courses, and they had to both be obtaining at least 6 figures.
Mhm.
So there's very high standards in order for them to guide you, if that makes sense.
Yes, sir.
So no
Awesome.
matter who you get paired with, I'm going to make sure they're rock stars for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Cool. So I'm going to shoot this information over to you within the next 5 minutes. I want you to shoot that over back to your parents, or like go over that with them, and then shoot me a text tonight, and let's figure out a time that we can get you on the books for all of us to jump on. Cool.
I will. Thank you so much. You've been great, man. I really do appreciate it. You did an amazing job.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for your time and attention, man. You had great questions.
Of course. Thank you so much. You have a great rest of your day, my man.
You too. Later, man.